We got a hotel room at every hotel on the Las Vegas Strip. Today, let's check out the Luxor. Welcome to the Luxor Las Vegas. It's a 30-story black glass pyramid right there in the South Strip of Las Vegas Boulevard. It's been open since 1993. And unfortunately, like a lot of our older casinos, I feel like this place gets a bad rap. But since we're on a mission to stay at every single hotel on the Las Vegas Strip, I thought I'd make it the first one we stop by. Not only because I really love the history this place has, but also because it's kind of notorious because it's been known to be haunted. I'll get a little bit more into that later, but here's how our visit went. First of all, this casino is pretty upgraded with a lot of stuff to do. Diablo's Cantina, that used to be, I think, in front of Mandalay Bay on the Strip. It's a great Mexican bar, great place to get some margaritas and some nachos. We ate at the Pyramid Cafe because out of all of the restaurants they had there, this is one of the ones that was actually open. The Pyramid pancakes were a huge hit with our kiddos. Like I said, there are a lot of places to eat here. They do have a 24-hour food court, but unfortunately, a lot of the sit-down restaurants don't open till 4 o'clock p.m. But there's plenty to keep you busy up until that point. Again, here's Diablo's Cantina. There's 3 museum exhibits here. They have Bodies, the exhibition. They also have the Titanic exhibit and a King Tut exhibit. They also have an EA Sports game lounge. So if you're coming with kids, this is not a bad property to stay at. Most of these activities are located on the second floor in the atrium, so it's kind of apart from the casino floor. This is Playground, and if you're coming here with kids or just adults, this is a lot of fun. This started out as a 21 and up playground, but now before 7 p.m., 13 and up can go and visit this. This is definitely a cool place to kill a couple of hours. There's so many Instagrammable little spots, but aside from that, there's a slide for adults, and then they also have things like a giant operation, a board game. They have a bar located in the venue, so you can have some drinks. This was like an adult version of Bop It, which was really fun. You could easily kill an hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe even longer if you hang out on some of their lounge chairs where you'll see Etch-a-Sketch and checkers, stuff like that. This is so Instagrammable, colorful, fun, just really being a kid as an adult. I do recommend this experience. It's not inexpensive. The prices range from $37 to $44 per person depending on what day you go. This is the Titanic exhibit. You can't film in there, but it was a lot of fun. They give you a ticket of an actual passenger when you go in. There's a giant iceberg where you can place your hand and see how long you can hold it against the snow, and then a lot of replicas at the main staircase, as well as passenger cabins. And then there's actually a piece of the Titanic ship that was brought up from the ocean that you can see. We didn't go in, but just for $11.95 per person, you can add on a ticket to the Bodies Museum right next door, which is a museum with real human cadavers, kind of showing you how the body looks from the inside. But after we did the Titanic exhibit, our room was ready, and check-in at this hotel is 3:30. You can do an earlier check-in for $20, but we didn't. Our room was ready a little bit before that. It was ready closer to 2:30, so we got in a little early. We had to go over to the green elevators, and while passing that, this was another restaurant, Public House, but it again doesn't open till about 4. This is the Hyper Arena. This is the only esports arena in Las Vegas, which again makes it a great choice for people looking to stay someplace if you're bringing your preteens with you to the Strip. I know a lot of people don't like to bring their kids, but a lot of people do, and I grew up here, so if that's your jam, there's actually a lot for them to do. Here's the entrance to Mandalay Place, so this actually does connect to Mandalay Bay, which is great. It gives you additional shopping options. We will be getting a room there, as well as every other property on the Las Vegas Strip in the near future, so if you're interested in seeing that content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Now we're heading up to our room. Now, to get up to your rooms in the Luxor, you do need a room key. I suggest getting a physical one. We just used a digital key, and it was a little bit difficult to get to our room because apparently the elevators don't have Wi-Fi. So the staff did suggest that even if you do have that digital check-in feature that all MGM properties have now, you should go to the front desk. It just takes a second to scan your QR code and get that physical room key until they get all the bugs worked out. This is the room, and we paid $50 with all fees included for this room. I was so surprised at this room. You can see Allegiant Stadium there in the distance. Keep in mind that the Luxor does have a wrap over the front of it in almost all spots, so you don't get that much of a view, but it's still a really nice room. Everything was brand new feeling. The bathroom looked like it had just been retiled. The quartz countertops on the bathroom sink. Everything was so clean, and it was just so surprising because I had heard so many things about the Luxor, but for $50, you can't find another hotel in probably the entire US that is this nice. It has all the regular amenities you would expect in a hotel room. However, they did pull the fridge out. So you do not have a fridge. I can't believe this room was only $50, including resort fees. And I'm not just gassing it up. We did get a hotel room at Circus one time just to see what it was about. It was a $19 room, and it turned out being almost $100 with fees, and it wasn't a quarter of the amount as nice, and you don't have half of the amenities and just convenience and things to do as you do at the Luxor Hotel. We didn't go down to the spa, but I did see advertisements of it everywhere, and it really looks pretty with an indoor pool. The location of our room was right next to the elevator, or inclinators as they're called, because they do go up at an angle since it is a pyramid. I got a little dizzy in there, but luckily it wasn't a very long ride. And as of this video in early 2026, the pool is completely under construction. It's been completely dug up, so I'm excited to see what they have going. This is the spa, so again, looks really nice. And this is the pool area. They've completely taken it down to the dirt, so I'm so excited to see what is going on. Now, this is a TikTok I have, Viva Las Vegas. You could check it out. And it talks about all of the ghost stories about the Luxor. I will tell you, I did not get a ghosty vibe in there at all, but there are a lot of stories about things that have happened at this property that scare people off. If you are on a budget, though, and you're looking for a place to stay, I would highly recommend this hotel. I'll link my blog below for more information on this property, and don't forget to follow along for more Las Vegas Strip hotel tours.